Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. I know it's been a long time since I made a video here on the Arizona Unplugged channel. If you're new here, myself and my family and a bunch of really good friends have been updating, upgrading, rebuilding, and repurposing this old homestead in northern Arizona to make it livable for us. We're completely off-grid here. There's no wires running to this property. There's no pipes. There's no services as people would find in the city or in towns. We're completely off-grid here, and that's what this video is about. And pretty much all the videos that are up on this channel is about our off-grid lifestyle, converting this old ranch, this old homestead, into something livable for my family and I for retirement, which is actually happening very, very soon. Very excited for that. It's always been my goal to be retired at 50, and well, looks like it's happening. Looks like it's happening. So anyways, this video is about solar power issues, and if you guys are running into this, you may want to look into what I did in order to fix it. So let me describe to you the problem, first of all. So in the cabin, in the house, and in the shop, we have power, ran out to both places, of course. And last time we were here, which was about a month ago, I redid some wiring and some stuff here in the power room, which I'm standing in right now, and I'll show you what I did. And everything worked fine. Everything worked fine. We finished our trip and we went back to town, and now we're back, and we started having issues. Nothing had changed since the last time we were out here, but we started having issues. So I'm going to describe to you the issues we were having. That way, if you're having the same issues, you'll know how we fixed it, and maybe you'll want to look into the same thing yourself. So let me first describe what I did last time I was here. And I wish I had something to sit on, but I don't, so I'll have to kneel down with my 50-year-old knees. So here's my equipment, guys. Here's my solar equipment. I know it's a kind of a mess right now. I will be cleaning this up. This is just, so we're going here. We got the battery bank. So this is 20 12-volt batteries, sealed lead acid batteries. I haven't had any issues with these. These are the alphas. They're made for extreme weather, extreme temperature. So that's why I got them, because out here we get some extreme temperatures. As a matter of fact, it's pretty darn cold right now. But anyways, that's the batteries. Let me go over the equipment that I have just so we're all on the same page. There we go. This is my breaker panel. This controls the power here, and also the power that goes over to the old dilapidated hay barn that we converted into a wood shop. That is currently where I sleep because it has the bathroom and whatnot. So this is the main panel for here and for the shop. This is a 3,000 watt inverter. Sticker's coming off here. 3,000 watt. This only supplies this shed. This shed holds my water equipment. See the water filters, the Grundfos water pump, and then it goes to, can't see the box, but it goes to all the valves to the different parts of the property. So this inverter, this 3,000 watt inverter, only is for this shed. Also the air conditioner there. So this is only for this shed. This 6,000 watt Ames inverter, you've probably seen this in other videos before. This supplies the power to the shop and to the cabin. And of course the charge controller from the solar panels goes into this, from this goes into the batteries, from the batteries goes into this, and that's where the story begins. So last time I was here, last month, I upgraded some stuff here. The guys are using tools, that's why you hear this thing kicking off and on in the cabin there. So let me get down here. So last time I was here, what I did is I installed these large DC bus bars. If I was to take these covers off, you'll see these wires all connect to the same place. What it does is it makes a really strong connection. Last time I had just piggybacked off of here and here, which you're not really supposed to do because the connection's not as good. Let me preface the rest of this video by saying, guys, I am technically an electrical contractor in California. I have my electrical license, but I am not an electrician. I'm a plumber. If you guys know me, you know I'm a plumber. I just happened to pass the test and I got the electrical license. It's a pretty easy test. I can do residential electrical, no problem. This is the first time ever messing with solar power. I'm not a solar power guy, and it's a whole different beast. But I have the concepts. I got the basics in my head how it works. So that's what I've been going off of. So what I'm trying to say is don't follow what I'm doing because it might not be right. And as a matter of fact, if you know what you're doing, and if I'm doing something wrong, please put it in the comments, let me know. So that's that, just a kind of a disclaimer. So anyways, when I was here, I did these bus bars. I had ordered these about a year ago, and I finally installed them. I had time my last trip. I installed those. So now this is all wired in correctly. And I also installed these two bus bars here. 1, 2, not this one. I only had these two. This is the power coming out of the inverter, goes to a bus bar, it splices it, goes to this inverter, and then goes to the two buildings. So I only had these two. This one, the neutrals, you can see which is white wire. Those, I did not have a bus bar when I was here. And again, if you've watched these videos, you know I'm pretty far away from any kind of hardware store. So what I did is I just twisted the neutrals together. And here's what that looks like. See, I just twisted them together and I taped it up real good. So let me explain the problems I was having this trip when we first got here. In the cabin, we have LED lighting. Here, we have fluorescent lighting, and in the shop, we have fluorescent lighting. So this is what was happening. In the cabin, with the LED lighting, I would flip the switch, and this wasn't all the time, but sometimes I would flip the switch, the lights wouldn't turn on right away, but then they would turn on, and then it would flash. It would turn off, turn on, about every 5 seconds. Kind of like a real slow strobe light effect going on. Here's the weird part. The lights were turning off and on, losing power, getting power. But equipment like our air compressor, no problem. Power was there. So confusing, right? In the shop where we have fluorescent lighting, when I turn the lights off when I go to bed, I would wake up in the middle of the night to stoke the fire, go to the bathroom, whatever. And the power on some things would go off. The refrigerator, the microwave, the bathroom light would do the same thing. You turn it on, it would flash, strobe every 5 seconds. But then I go to turn the main fluorescent lights on and everything would come back. Refrigerator would come back online, microwave, all the lights, everything worked normally, right? Internet, my cell phone booster, everything would come on normally. So it almost seemed like the things that took the least amount of power would affect the rest of the system. Again, I have no clue what's going on. So I thought back, because this is a new problem that's never happened all the years that we've had this stuff going. And the only real thing that has changed that I know wasn't right, but I was forced to do it anyways because I didn't have the parts, was this guy. The neutrals that are just twisted together and it was taped. This is not the way to do it, guys. I know it's not the way to do it, but I had no choice. We have to have power, and we're not next to a Home Depot. So this is the way I had to do it last time I was here. So, long story short, yesterday, I go to Home Depot, which is, an hour and a half away, and I get more bus bars. These are the commercial electric inter-system bonding bridge, and they can handle number 6 wire to number 2 wire and number 14 to number 4. I'll show you what these actually look like with the covers off. If I can get this off. There we go. So basically it's just a Hopefully you guys can see this. I'm pointing it right. There we go. It's just a metal bar. You don't want to touch any of these, by the way. That's what the plastic covers are for. It's just a metal bar with screws and holes, and you put your wire in there, you tighten the screw, and it energizes the entire bar. It's a bus bar, is what it's called. So I'm going to put this cover back on here. So now the neutrals are connected properly. Very strong connection with these bus bars. And I actually do recommend these. If you're buying bus bars, I forgot how much they were, but I actually bought a couple extras, because it's always good to have extras. I bought some connecting lugs, these guys here, because, you know, I needed these. I didn't have them, and now I do. I have extra ground rod connectors here. It's always good to have extra parts, right? We've all known this. Last December, if you watched my video about this patch cord here, you'll know all too well how important it is to have extra parts. Anyways, guys, to make a long story short, after I did the neutral bus bar, we haven't had any problems. I put this in yesterday afternoon. No flashing lights, no weird thing last night as I was sleeping in the shop. No problems. Power stayed on to everything at all times, and it fixed it. So there's your problem. There's my problem. So if you're having weird electrical issues with your solar system and you have twisted wires together like this to make a connection and you're having issues, this is probably it. At least that's what the problem is here. So again, all this solar stuff is new to me. I'm kind of learning as I go. Even the place where I bought most of my equipment from, it says DIY, you know, do it yourself. Because out here, I'm sure I can get someone out here, an expert, to deal with all this, but I'm sure it's not going to be cheap. And I got to learn this stuff anyway, so YouTube is a great resource as far as figuring stuff out. But in this particular case, guys, I just thought in my head, hey, what's new? What changed from the last 2-3 years since I've had this equipment going to right now? And this is it. When I did these bus bars and I twisted these wires together, that was the change. The uncommon denominator, I guess. And I put this new bus bar in, so now we have strong connections, and there you go. I know it has something to do with electrons and protons and, you know, all this stuff and draw, and, you know, everything matters. When it comes to electrical and solar equipment, everything matters. Your wire size matters. The length of the run of the wire matters. Your voltage matters. Connections, simple things as a wire connection, it all matters. So if you're having problems, you know, you got to kind of troubleshoot and go down the list and see what's going on. But anyways, it appears to be fixed now. As far as an update on the property here, the wood shop is done. We're just currently using it as sleeping quarters until the cabin is done. When I bring workers out here, they are sleeping in the cabin. There's a wood stove out there now, and it's warm, and you know, it's all dried in, all sealed in. The roof has been repaired. We're just now wrapping stuff up, you know, getting ready to pretty much seal everything up. It should be the next couple months. This cabin will be done. It's kind of tough, you know, coming out here only like a few days out of the month. But, you know, you throw enough money at something, things just kind of work out. So this is our last day here. We're going home tomorrow. But everything's still working. I do not have my water system turned on just because we get below freezing still. There is still snow on the mountain right behind us. And these things are just so expensive. $2,500 for the pump. The water heater is about $800, which last December I lost both due to freezing, along with about 6 or 8 bursted pipes, and I'm just not doing it. We've got more primitive ways of heating water and getting water, and it's worked just fine. And that's just what we're going to do until spring comes. So there is no water in the lines, and we're not using it currently just because of the weather. But that's about it. We are currently downsizing in San Diego. We're selling things, we're giving away things, we're throwing away things. We're basically coming out here fresh. We're not bringing any furniture. We're not bringing any appliances, anything like that. Everything's going to be new out here. Kind of a life start over. If you're considering moving off grid, guys, you know, there's pros and cons to it. For us, for our situation, the cons definitely do not outweigh the pros. We're looking forward to retiring, being off grid, living out here in the country, being self-sufficient. Even though we're on a ranch now in California, it's nothing like this. This is off-grid living. There's no doubt about that. And we like it. This is the life we want to live. I would recommend it, but definitely, I mean, if you're thinking it's an easy life, if you're thinking that, you know, it's something that everybody can do, unfortunately you're wrong in your thinking. This way of life is harder. It's more demanding physically and mentally. It's harder as far as, you know, if you're used to living in the city and having amenities close by, nearby, and you like that, you like going out to eat a couple times a week, when you move out to a place like this, that stuff stops. There is no, I mean, I guess if you had a lot of money, you can still go out, but it's a lot of time just to get anywhere. I mean, it takes, you know, depending on the roads, it could take an hour just to get to pavement from here. So you have to take all those things in consideration, and I've mentioned this before in past videos about the hardships of living off grid, but also the rewards. It is awesome out here, guys. I have a lot of acquaintances, a lot of friends that live off grid. Two Rebels off grid, I was just watching their videos. They're also here in Arizona. They're down in the desert though, southern Arizona, southeast Arizona, and we're way up north, kind of by the Grand Canyon, up in the mountains and the trees. You can probably see them right out the door here. But yeah, Two Rebels off grid, great channel. They're doing some awesome stuff over there. Go check out their channel. But there's a lot of people that are doing this and doing it their different ways, and it's pretty awesome. So if it's something you're interested in, definitely do your research. Maybe contact one of us. I mean, someone may be willing to let you come on their property for a few days or something, help out, and kind of get a feel of what the off-grid life is like, to see if that's something that you really want to do. It is a big decision, not to be made lightly. We've been on this property over 5 years, guys. We've been working this property, just getting it ready. We're not even living here yet. Some people just buy a tent and pack up an ice chest and head out to the middle of nowhere and just start doing it. Sad to say, the success rate is pretty low on people that do that, but there are some successes. Few and far in between, but there are. This is the rest of our life, so I'm making sure everything is ready. All this equipment that you see, the buildings, everything involved with it is top-notch, up to par, and will serve us well for many years. That's kind of the goal. So there you go, guys. I want to cut the video here. I've rambled on long enough, but I know I haven't made a video on this channel for quite a while, just because I'm not out here very much right now. Now, once we do move out here this year, hopefully we'll be making quite a bit of videos every week. We're going to do a lot of different things. Hunting videos, cooking videos, gardening videos, woodworking videos in the wood shop. Building, I want to build with stone. We have a lot of stone out here, and I want to do some buildings with that I've never done before. Just try it new. Just a lot of different things associated with off-grid life. So we're looking forward to that. I do need to organize this room. I may do that today. But yeah, there you go, guys. So weird electrical issues. Some things having power, some things not. Apparently it looked like it was just loose connections on the neutral side. And just probably a $10 or $15 part from Home Depot fixed it. Again, this is not the way to wrap wire, guys, or connect wire, but it's what I had at the time, so these definitely are the way to go. So there you go. I will be upgrading the power system here. I currently have a 4 kW system, 4,000 watts. My inverter can handle up to 6,000 watts, so I'm going to be adding, I believe, 6 more panels and 10 more batteries, which will get me to that 6,000 watt threshold. So really looking forward to that. I may actually upgrade the inverter, use this 6,000 watt inverter only for the shop, and get an 8,000 watt inverter for the cabin, since we'll be probably using more power in the house. So there you go. Extra parts, guys. Get extra parts. Whatever if you need one, buy 2 or buy 3. I needed 1 bus bar, but I bought 3 because that's all they had on the shelf. I grabbed everything they had just for future, right? Another 20 bucks, no big deal. Let's get a good stockpile. Another good thing about having extras is your neighbors. What if your neighbor needed something? You know, he gives you a call. Hey, Vaughn, do you have an extra bus bar, you know, for number 6 wire? Come on over and grab it. That's just how it works. So I'll leave the video here, guys. Looks like my phone's blown up already. If you have any questions regarding what happened here, what's going on here, put it down in the comments box. If you're not subscribed, you know, consider doing so. It really helps out this channel. I want to grow this channel. This will be my main channel. As soon as they take off my Backcountry Preps channel for good. YouTube's been trying to cancel that channel for a long time. And they'll succeed at some point. So this will be my main channel. I try to make this channel family friendly so your kids can watch. The Backcountry Preps channel is not that. So don't let your kids watch it over there, especially during my rants. But this is the power room, guys. And that's the situation we had. The loose neutrals. And we got it fixed. And I'm happy about that. Now I'm going to get in the cabin. I got a couple little plumbing things to do. We're getting ready to paint the outside of the cabin. From its former glory to new beginnings. So I'll catch you guys on the next video. Prep and thrive. We'll see you.